Okay, so here we have a call for an IceMaker not working. You can see here I took the panel off. It just comes right off. And what I did was I jump started and no water is coming out. Usually when you press this here, you jump start it, that will force the water valve to shoot water into your IceMaker. And right now that's not happening, so what you always want to do is check underneath your fridge or underneath your sink and make sure that the line is on. This is the line right here coming out of the wall for the IceMaker, and it's over here. We can see that the valve is on the on position. So usually when that happens, we're going to have to replace the water fill valve located behind the fridge. This is the line that feeds to the IceMaker. You can see right here, this is the valve that needs to be replaced. Usually on some models, this one doesn't have it, but it'll have a little on-off lever here as well. So you also want to make sure that's on the on position as well. Sometimes it's on the off position, you just simply need to turn it on. But on this particular model, we don't have that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to turn the water off underneath the sink. And what we'll do is we'll disconnect this line. Once we disconnect the line, we'll put a bucket here and we'll turn the water onto the water valve, the angle stop underneath the kitchen sink, to see if water's coming through the line. Make sure it's not the angle stop that the problem is. Okay, so here we disconnected the line for the water to the water valve. What we're going to do is you're going to put the water in a bucket and you're going to turn the angle stop underneath the kitchen sink just to make sure that it's not the angle stop that is malfunctioning. What we'll do is we'll turn the water valve on, the angle stop underneath the kitchen sink connecting to the IceMaker line. And you can see here that the angle stop is working, so it's going to be that valve that needs to be replaced. Make sure you turn the water valve back off. Okay, so here when you're replacing or removing the old water valve, there's two screws that connect to the fridge. You just unscrew it. And then there's going to be a double prong wires connected at the end ports. Just want to disconnect that. You can see here, you'll want to disconnect that. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to disconnect this line right here and go ahead and install the new water valve for the IceMaker line. Okay, so here's the new water valve. Basically what you'll do is you'll connect the back, put the screws back on, make sure you put the water line back inside. That's connecting from the IceMaker line to the back of the freezer. Okay, so you can see here we've connected everything. Make sure this is nice and tight. Use your crescent wrench to get a nice tight grip on there. You don't want to leave it loose because then it'll start leaking water and there'll be water all over the place. What we'll do now is we'll troubleshoot the IceMaker. We'll jump start it, see if we get any water going to the lines. Okay, so you want to make sure that the angle stop underneath your sink is on the on position. And right now what we'll do is we'll jump start it. And there's the water. You can also check by putting your hand inside, making sure you come out nice and wet like that. Also, before we finish this video, before you even check all that, you want to check this line back here that comes out from the freezer. Sometimes what happens is it'll freeze over with ice and you'll have to thaw that out. After you jump start the water, you want to make sure that it cycles through. So you'll jump start the IceMaker itself. This will start to turn. Once you see it turning, then you can go ahead, that spark, you can go ahead and take it out and put everything back together.